Morning, or good afternoon, Daniel.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
The mayor, still mayor, but you just lost an election, so it's kind of you still have 2 years in
Yes.
the mayor's seat, right?
Yes, 2 years and a lot of new friends. I'll tell you that. I went into that election with the understanding that one or two things is going to happen. Either I'm going to come away and have a bunch of statewide relationships that I've built over the time that it takes to go through a state level election, or I would come out with a new position and a lot of new stuff to learn. Turns out the first one happened. So no loss. The community still has me here. I'm still mayor for the next 2 years, of course. And I'm actually okay because the relationships that I have built and the number of people who showed up and showed me how much they support the work that we're doing here in Jackson was just phenomenal.
Do you think you had people that voted against you for state representative because they want and like you to continue as mayor?
Funny enough, I had someone who I know is a huge supporter of mine, who, when I first told them, they said, "Oh, absolutely not. I'm not voting for that." And I said, "Well, what I do? Why?" And they said, "Because I don't want you to leave Jackson. I don't want you to leave." But looking at the numbers, which we've actually got a follow-up meeting tonight, I wanted to give my team a break, let their minds relax before we kind of dive into a follow-up of let's look at a breakdown of the numbers. What happened in my election? We've looked at the national election and what's happened across the country. And to be very frank, Democrats across the country just got their butts kicked.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to be one of them. I wouldn't say I got my butt kicked, but I lost, right? Slim margin, but a loss is still a loss. But I want to get more in depth with the numbers and find out where did I lose at that we didn't expect to lose numbers at.
So you think you want to do this again?
You know what? I take things one step at a time. I didn't know I wanted to do it in the first place until I was asked. I've got a ton of experience that I've learned over this time frame. But I also know I got more work to do right here in Jackson. And I'm really, really ready and excited and focused on the work that we have left to do here.
All right, one of those things is housing. That was a big issue of your campaign, and last week you were part of a groundbreaking for more housing on the east side.
Absolutely. Super, super exciting. I mean, one of the things that we've talked about, myself and Vice Mayor Freddie Dancy, who's from the east side of the community, the necessity for us to start putting some intentional efforts towards redevelopment on that part of the city. And that's what we've done. There's a committee that's been formed to kind of start a east side corridor, much like we have an MLK corridor. And the great thing is we've already got partners who are ready and invested in doing things on that part of the city. This housing is one of the things that have happened from it. We had the groundbreaking where 8 new units will be built. I think 7 of those are single family homes, 1 duplex. Some of that work has already started. And it's just great to see that we have developers who have come to Jackson, who see the value in Jackson, who believe in Jackson, and invest in their money in Jackson to build new homes.
Got the two twin apartment complexes, the Blackstone and the Greenwood. They look like they're coming along pretty fast.
They are. They're coming along really well, and it's a necessity for us. I mean, just this morning, Bart, literally just this morning, I heard some very disturbing statistics about homelessness in our community that just ignited the urgency behind us continuing to push for affordable housing. Mm-hmm. And these statistics were around not just homelessness, but youth homelessness, students in JPS system who are homeless. We've got 176 students right now in JPS system that are homeless, that don't have a reliable place to sleep at night, that are going from pillow to post from one day to the next. And that is something that is extremely alarming, because if you are a student and you have to be concerned about where your family is going to sleep at night, how can you focus from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock on your classwork? You know, and that's an extremely important issue that myself and some others had a meeting about today that I plan to help raise awareness around.
Well, this pair of apartment complex buildings are going to have subsidization for, I think, state government subsidization for help with the rents, including this one, the Blackstone. And it looks like they're on track to be up and open sometime next year.
Yeah, those projects are coming along really, really well. And I think they're both designed to be, which is just kind of another phrase for the type of housing it is, workforce development housing, which is like low to moderate income housing, essentially.
And then the Hayes, which you were also at the, well, it wasn't really a groundbreak. It was a check presentation.
Check presentation from the state, absolutely.
Yeah. So I understand that subcontractors have gone through the building last week, preparing bids. So it sounds like it's on its way.
It is.
Yeah.
It's on the way. Hayes Hotel is on the way. We've got the Allen School loft that'll be built out soon. That project is underway. We've got some other projects that are in the talks of development as well. So, I mean, we're still pushing as much as we can on housing in this community, as much as we possibly can. 100 Homes is still going well, of course. Got some interesting developments happening, 100 Homes, and I'll be excited to talk about that as soon as we get everything all squared away.
Looking at maybe the second 100 Homes?
Well, hopefully, sometime, at some point, we'll be looking at the second 100 Homes. We got to get through the first 100 first.
Okay. All right. Great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
His Honor, the Mayor of the City of Jackson, Daniel Mohoney. Up